Hi, everyone. Hi there. Welcome to Unleash Her. I'm Roberta. In case you don't know me, I'm so glad that you're here, you guys. What a beautiful, beautiful start to 2026. I am so ready and I am here to share some stuff with you today. Because if you're listening to this episode, there's a reason that you found it. Maybe you felt the pull to write a book. Maybe you've said one day, maybe you've minimized your story because it felt too personal or not enough. But today I want to tell you this clearly. Your story is not random, and your voice is not accidental. And the desire to write a book doesn't come from ego, it comes from purpose. My first book was called She Looks Fine. And on the outside, that phrase described exactly what people saw. But on the inside, there was a story that no one could see. That book wasn't about being polished, and it wasn't about, actually, it was more about being honest and authentic. And I didn't write it because I thought I had it all figured out. I wrote it because I had lived something and I knew that it mattered and that I had to share it. And what surprised me most wasn't just becoming an author, it was what happened after. See, doors opened, conversations shifted. People that trusted me before I ever explained myself. Things are changing. And that's when I learned this truth that a book doesn't make you an expert, it reveals that you already are. And you know why most people never write a book? Well, here's what I know after years of working with women, with leaders, coaches, creatives, is that most people don't fail to write a book because they don't have a story. They fail because they don't have structure, they don't have support or belief. They think, well, who would care? And I'm not a writer. That's the one I said. I don't know where to start. That's definitely something in that was in my voice at that time. I don't want to relive the past. You know, that can be a little difficult, but the more that you do, the more that you heal, the more that you tell your story, the more that it helps others and helps yourself. And I want you to hear this that you are not meant to write your entire life story. You're meant to write the chapter that brings clarity and credibility and connection. So, what Book to Brand really is, it's not just about publishing a book, it's about turning your lived experience into authority. It's about transforming your story into a brand asset. It's about creating something that works for you long after the conversation ends. Because, books don't just sell, they position, they build trust, they build this deep connection. The books allow people to understand why you do what you do. And your book becomes a calling card. It becomes a credibility builder. It's your legacy. And it's the bridge between your message and your mission. And there are three different paths that I have created in Book to Brand. Okay. And number one is the Unleash Her Anthology, an international Amazon best-selling collaborative book where you write one powerful chapter and become part of a supportive author community. Two is a signature journal or a workbook. And this is a custom created tool aligned with your brand. It's perfect for your clients, for your programs, workshops, or for your sales funnels. You keep 100% of your royalties and full copyright. So the third option is your manuscript to book mentorship. And that is where we go in and I guide you through a done with you process where we turn your story into a published paperback and ebook with you owning everything. This is not ghostwriting. This is authorship with integrity. And why this matters for your business, your story, well, it shortens the trust timeline and it makes your message unforgettable. It positions you without shouting. It attracts aligned clients instead of just chasing them. Because, people just, they don't buy information, they buy resonance. And your story creates resonance faster than anything else. So if you're feeling the nudge, if you feel something in your body that's just softened, if you felt that quiet, this is for me moment, that's not pressure, that's alignment. You don't need to rush, but you also don't need to ignore the call. So if you're ready to explore becoming an author, or even just opening the conversation, here's what to do next. Go to my website, and it's www.robertacampbellofficial.com, and go there and apply for the book to brand experience, or DM me the word book on Instagram, Roberta Campbell Official. There's no obligation, just clarity. And one day someone will read your words. They're going to feel less alone. That they haven't even met you, but your story will meet them exactly where they need it. This is the power of authorship. That is what your legacy is. And it begins with you saying yes. Thank you for being here. And I am so looking forward to seeing you and helping you create your story and share it with the world while creating your brand. I know you can do this. I'm very proud of you and I'm ready to help you. So when you're ready, reach out. Let's go.